Hey, Katie. Yeah, so I want to start off with the good news here is that I spoke with officials here in St. Charles Parish that tell me that there was no reports of tornado damage across the parish. But take a look at what I'm standing in here. This is Luling Estates Drive right near Hackberry Street in Luling. We went out in search of some of these spots, these hot spots for standing water, because as you said, parish officials did tell us that there was some standing water earlier this morning in Destrehan. So we started there at about 10 this morning, saw that it had obviously gone down, started making our way to some of these other neighborhoods and areas, and wound up here in Luling, where you can see the water is almost to my knees at this point. The water going down extremely slow on this street. Clearly, there is some sort of issue, whether that be drainage issue, pumps not working. We're not exactly sure at this point. I have reached out to parish officials to figure this out. Another bad piece of information for you here, it was trash day. So all of these folks' bins were out as this rain came down in the early morning hours, and you can see that trash is now just riddled throughout this street and possibly even making that drainage a little harder, stopping up those drains at this point. Now, we did speak with a few families further on down the street. We did have to wade through some water to talk to them earlier today. They were explaining to us that their cars got a little water in them and even some of their homes. This street is facing a particular challenge because it actually goes downward. It slopes downward. So it's getting deeper and deeper as you look down Luling Estates Drive here. But I'm going to have Mark spin around and show you something that you probably won't believe now seeing me standing in this water. If you spin around and look at this street on the other side, completely dry. Bone dry. And so that's really what they're facing here in St. Charles Parish is these pockets, these certain streets that just got a lot of water and are not draining well. Meanwhile, you could live literally across the street and have a completely different story on your hands. So like I said, I have reached out to parish officials to figure out what exactly is going on this street. And of course, folks cleaning up behind me here, getting the water out of their homes. They told us it was about 4:30 in the morning when they started to hear the storm roll in. By 5, water coming into their dining room. Some of them, they started getting the sweep. They were sweeping out the water as it came in, and really just today trying to deal with this aftermath. Obviously, this street is impassable, so everyone's pretty much stuck in their homes at this point. But that's the update that we have for you right now here in St. Charles Parish. We'll continue to monitor this throughout the day, and it is going down. I will say that is a piece of good news. When we first arrived, it was covering the sidewalks, so you can tell that it's slowly kind of creeping down. And as I said, the street is lower, so you can tell that the water is finding its way, but obviously taking a while to do so. Katie?